Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica, if you haven't seen me before. This is my YouTube channel where I like to talk about plants and plant related things, where I like to share my experiences with you guys. I'm only a hobbyist, and so these videos are more of a trial and error and the mistakes I make and the things that I've learned over the past three or so years of collecting indoor houseplants. In today's video, I would like to share with you guys my top 5 plants for January. I have only chosen 5 just to sort of limit myself and really make a decision on which are the top 5. But let's just get straight into the first one. Which shall I do first? They're not in any order, so I'm just going to grab what's closest to me. My first favorite for January, and it's actually been my favorite for, I don't know, like a few months now. I've really started to appreciate, this is my COLOCASIA Black Magic, and it gets the most beautiful black leaves, and you can see that there's a nice new one coming up right over there. How gorgeous. So the reason that I am really enjoying him at the moment is we have finally left the 3-leaf club. As you can see, we're on our way to 5. For a long time, I actually was struggling with this plant, and I don't know if I think it had more to do with watering. It also just kept getting spider mites. I took it out of the plant room and actually put it on the windowsill in my kitchen. Since then, I think, yeah, it's still in soil. It's one of my plants that are still in soil, as you can see. Put stones on top just to make it look a bit prettier, because I haven't repotted it since I got it from the nursery. I left it in that horrible clay stuff that the nursery normally has colocasias in, but I put the stones on top just to help with the gnats and obviously to hide that ugly soil, and he's in a really beautiful pot. I think once he gets much bigger, these really nice black leaves will really complement the pot. I think I've just been paying closer attention to it, and because it's in my kitchen on the windowsill, it's actually right above the prep bowl. I'm just able to water it when I think it needs watering. So I look after him like you would a normal sort of plant, and I water it as and when it needs it, rather than most of my collection that's obviously in leca, and I put it on a schedule. So I think because he was in soil and he was in the plant room, I was struggling to sort of manage his watering. I was really struggling with the 3 leaves because of that and the spider mites. The reason I actually moved it into the kitchen was because it had spider mites, so I didn't want the rest of my plants to get spider mites, and then I could also treat it on a bit more of a regular basis if it was in the kitchen right there. And I just thought, oh, it just makes life easier. So it does get a little bit of humidity chilling over there because it's actually right by the sink. This is honestly, yeah, I think it actually might be my favorite at the moment, and this new leaf that's coming looks like a decent size, and he looks really black already, so I'm very excited to see what he's gonna look like. Really proud of myself and excited that I've sort of come right with this guy. This leaf is definitely gonna go, this newest one, oldest one, looks like it's gonna go sometime soon, but that's fine because then I'm still part of the 4-leaf club, so I think I'm definitely out of the 3-leaf club. So, you know, a lot of people say the colocasias and alocasias only have 3 leaves, or you can only keep 3 leaves on there, but it's not about that. You know, if you're struggling to keep more than 3 leaves, then just something isn't right. The plant isn't happy in some way. You just got to try figure out what that is. And I think for me it was definitely that I wasn't watering it correctly. That's my first one. For my January favorites, I'm going to put him back over here so that you can still see him the rest of the video. He's really beautiful. I really love this plant. Then my next one is quite a cutie. This is a, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it. It's a MARANTA something, some sort of a MARANTA. I'll have to just put the name below. I know I'm not going to come right with it. So I'm not really a big fan of calatheas, marantas and that sort of stuff anymore. I kind of used to be when I first started, and then they just became I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm just not the biggest fan of them anymore. I have my MARX that I still absolutely love, and then other than that, all my other sort of Stromanthes, Marantas, that sort of stuff, I'm kind of I don't know, I'm just a little bit over them. I don't really find the joy in them that I used to. I'm enjoying a lot of other plants sort of more. But this guy, my sister actually had bought for herself, and then she just gave me the smallest little propagation of it. If I have a picture, I'll show you, but it literally, I think it had 2 leaves. and it was a small little piece of it. And that was probably about, I think it was in September. Yeah, so about 4 months ago. And it's just really, really cute. So it's obviously during the day now, the sun's out, so he is standing a little bit flat. But at night, when he actually starts to lift all of his leaves up, he's so, so cute. Just excuse the pot. I decided I wanted it to be white, and it was like this yellowy color, but now I actually decided I wanted it to be the yellowy color because I feel like this green on that yellow is so pretty. Like, imagine how pretty that would be if if the pot was actually, so yeah, I'm trying to peel it off, but I did a good job of painting it, so it doesn't really want to come off. It's grown so quickly, and I think it might need a bit of a repot or a reshuffle. You can see the roots are coming out the bottom. It is grown in leca. What the nice thing about leca is that you could actually still keep the whole setup the way it is and then just move the roots a bit higher in the leca. I love the little dots. It doesn't really require much from me other than just got a nice little spot of humidity. It doesn't need too much light. I don't stress about watering it too much. Obviously it's in the leca situation, so I mean watering it's not too stressful for me. And yeah, he's so soft. Like, his leaves are like satiny almost, if I could say that. Like, they're really soft, they're really smooth, and they feel so fresh. They almost feel like, even the old leaves feel like when a new leaf first comes out on most of your plants, like that really soft feeling. They all feel like that. How cute. I think I'm just really proud of how much it's grown. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm enjoying him so much, is it went from just being sort of like a little propagation that I had to being like its own little established plant now, and it's got so many growth points. I mean, it's got so many new leaves coming along. I mean, there's one little one there, over there, and if I had to search, I'm sure I'd find more. Very cute. So this is the MARANTA something. My third one I had to include just because it's new and exciting still, and you guys know what it is if you watched my unboxing video. So this is my variegated MARX, the philodendron, and yeah, this leaf was the one that was unfurling when it was shipped, so I do think it just came out a bit wonky. It's got some good variegation in some of the leaves, and then some of the leaves not so good variegation. It's just green, but I do have a new leaf on the way, which is the best. Sorry, sometimes it's so hard to actually show the plants, especially when they've got so much. If you have a look over here, this new growth looks like it's going to be really nicely variegated. It looks like it's got a nice yellowy tinge at the top, then it's quite green at the bottom. So we've definitely got a section of this that's got some really good variegation. The other thing that I really like about this guy is just how much growth it actually is pushing, literally pushing growth points from everywhere. So I'm quite excited to see once it starts filling out and growing. It's just a really cute, cool plant. I'm not a big fan of yellow variegation, but I like how this one does have like more of a minty yellow kind of variegation than the white. I think it just suits this plant. I'm busy converting it to leca, obviously, so we'll see how it goes, but he looks like he's converting. Well, not that I've put it in leca yet, but he's transitioned to the water really well. And this is about a week of being in water, and these roots are gorgeous. The roots are beautiful. I'm quite excited to see how well he does in leca. I know that most of my philodendrons really do very well in leca, and he has a nice spot in my sort of cabinet. So he gets a nice good grow light, or hoping for a lot of new happy growth. I'll probably trim him back a bit once he's established in the leca and happy, and I've let him do his thing and grow out a bit. And once all of these, you know, maybe aren't so close, when he's pushed out some more growth that's not so on top of each other, which generally I like a fuller plant with like less spaces between the nodes, you know, like I just prefer the aesthetic of that. I like it when there's like leaf after leaf after leaf after leaf after leaf, rather than long stems and then a leaf and then another long stem and then a leaf. I really like the growth pattern of this, and I'm quite excited for that. But I'd like to propagate him, but like I said, I'll give it a little bit of time to establish itself and settle once it's in the leca. But yeah, he's really beautiful. I'm quite excited to see this new leaf that's on the way. Okay, the next one. This next plant is a HOYA KRINKLE 8, which I probably got over a year ago, but at like, oh, I think it only had like 4 leaves or 6 leaves or something like that. I'd have to check, but I'll put a picture up. I'm sure I have a picture of it when I first got it. And he's just started to grow really well. So he started pushing out this vine. So he's grown quite a few over there. And then if I actually pull him out the pot, he's a bit in an awkward stage at the moment. He likes to fall over. But yeah, there's a whole new branch coming off this side as well. So he's really started to take off over the last few months. I mean, all 4 of these are pretty new leaves, and this little section down here is new. At the moment, he's still in the pot that I got him in. He was so small, and I didn't think it was necessary to fiddle with HOYA unnecessarily, especially when it was a pretty new cutting. But at the moment, he's very one-sided heavy, so he does like lean over that way because all his growth is going that way and the pot is so small. So I've put him in this super tall one to kind of balance that. And I either need to pot it up into a bigger pot or let a few more leaves grow on this side. So it is pushing out sort of this way and it'll balance itself out. I'll probably give him a few more months, let like quite a few more leaves sort of grow this way. It'll look like that. And then I will consider potting him up into a bit of a bigger pot. But he's really cute. If you can see it nice and close, you can see why it's called a crinkle egg, because they get these, see quite well on this one, these 8 little crinkles in it, like little holes. So yeah, he's really cute and I'm enjoying him actually so much. I think he looks really cute in this pot as well. I think, you know, when you have a plant for such a long time and it's not doing much, the minute it starts sort of exploding with growth, it really is extremely exciting. And I can't wait for it to grow this other section off, and then I'll see what I'm going to do. I mean, the other thing is I could potentially cut it over here and propagate it, this new growth, and then put it in there so I've got like 3 stems that are growing. But for now I'm just going to leave it, let it work on this, and then I'll make a decision. So yeah, that's the HOYA Crinkle 8. I'm really loving this plant at the moment. He's really cute. My last plant I've actually spoken about a few times, I think. Oh no, not really, but I've mentioned it and you guys have seen it. It's in the background of most of my videos. Hello Chips, come say hello. Doesn't like being picked up. Chips. He's not very friendly, is he? Hey? He doesn't want to look at the camera at all. Yeah, he doesn't really like being picked up. He's very loving. He loves cuddles. He absolutely loves cuddles and scratches and belly rubs, but doesn't like being picked up at all. To my last plant. Oh gosh, I need so much space for it. Okay, let's make some more space. Hold on. Let's get all these little ones out the way before I knock them over. Okay. So this is my little leaf egg. And I'm just really chuffed with how good they're all looking. I have 3. This one is probably my favorite, the way it's looking at the moment. The reason for that is I love that he's branching off into 2. I did take a top cutting. Oh, it's going to be so hard to show. In hopes that it would branch out into 2, because I like them to look more like of a tree. I don't want it just to be like one long stick, if that makes sense, with a bunch of leaves on. I want him to branch off into a few things. So my idea is to have this huge in the corner of our house one day. I do have 3 of them. This is my one in lacquer and the other 2 are in soil. And all 3 of them at the moment are just pumping leaf after leaf after leaf. And I'm just so in love with them at the moment. There's something about like a fiddle fig in your home that really sort of just makes a beautiful wow statement. This guy is like a showstopper in any room. So I've got one in the plant room, one in our bedroom, and then this one is in our entrance way. And yeah, he's got some, they all at the moment have beautiful new growth. I haven't lost any leaves, touch wood, in a while. I just put so much time and effort and research into the plants and just worked really hard and understanding them and finding the right environment for them, understanding their watering and just their basic care needs and that sort of stuff, and it really paid off. All 3 of them are growing so beautifully and I'm just really proud of myself, because at one point I was like really considering just throwing them all away. I don't want to say that they're difficult because that would be a lie. I obviously almost killed 3 of them, but They just have a very specific set of needs and you just have to figure out what those are. The biggest thing is finding the right spot for it. Really good sort of morning light, but not like direct afternoon sunlight. And then not moving it around, they really don't enjoy that. So you kind of just got to think what is the best spot for it in your house, figure out what that spot would be, put it there and then just leave it. And if it drops all its leaves, it's not a problem. Initially it is being moved from the garden centre or the growers to the garden centre and then to your home, and that whole process is just extremely stressful. It coming into your home, it is definitely going to drop leaves regardless, no matter what you do. Unfortunately, I think our conditions are always going to be a little bit worse than the growers. Plus it was grown in the growers' conditions, so potentially even if yours are better, it still might take a while to adjust. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Once you get it right, it is so rewarding. Seeing the new little leaves come out, and they come out quite small. I have some new leaves coming on this one. Let me see. Got all that like little anemia spots, which is just when the cells absorb too much water, when the leaf is first establishing, and then it gets all these little spots. But then it grows out, and I don't know why, but I think it's the cutest thing. I actually love all those little freckles, especially because of the fact that it grows out. I don't know why, I think it's just really charming, and it just adds like a lot of character to the plant. I find that they like to grow in sort of like a batch of 2 or 3 leaves. So it'll give you like 3, and then it'll like take a little bit of a rest and then give me 3, and all 3 of my plants have done that. So that is this beautiful guy. Okay, so other than the variegated MARX, which is obviously a new one, so it's just exciting to have a new plant, the other 4 are ones that are showing me some really good growth, that are actually really starting to enjoy my conditions. I kind of have gotten the hang of, and I think that's actually what, you know, sort of brings the most like joy and excitement from your plants, is when you kind of get things right and then they show you that you're doing a good job by growing and giving you beautiful leaves. And I think that's why I love growing plants, is the thanks that they give you by giving you extremely beautiful leaves and growth. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to know what your favorite plants are for this month. Please do let me know in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please do consider hitting the like button and potentially following me, hitting the subscribe button. It really does help the channel. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.